Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for waiting. Good morning to Japan and good evening, good afternoon to startups. Yeah, this is a KGAP Plus Batch 9 demo day. So this is the finale of the our 3 months program. Yes, I am Makiko Tatsumi, Maki, the Director of Business Development Office of ATL and also KGAP Plus Program Manager. So the KGAP Plus is the K-HANA Global Acceleration Program Plus, So the detail of the program will be presented by our director later. So I just starting this event webinar. So thank you very much for joining us today. So this is the finale of the 3 months program. So program started the June and we accepted 23 startups from 15, yeah, I think 15 countries. Yeah, it's the largest number in the April. So today our startups actually 21 startups presenting their outcome and what they learned and the achievement through the 3 months program. So please enjoy our program. And if you're interested in our startups, we still connect you to our startups. So, and also, of course, please give a feedback and question during this webinar. All right. So the first part, as I said, the presentation about the program. So our director, Dr. Hiroyuki Suzuki, he's executive vice president of ATL already. So yeah, please start, Suzuki-san.
Okay, thank you, Max-san. Okay, hello everyone. Good morning to Japan and good evening for rest of countries. I'm Suzuki of ATL, also acting as a program director of KGAP Plus. So today I'd like to talk about a bit about KGAP Plus and our innovation ecosystem. So let me start with a brief introduction of KGAP Plus. The KGAP Plus is the acceleration program in Keio Science City, and held twice a year in summer and winter, normally online. So our goal is not investment to do a POC of pilot testing with Japanese companies and hospital, and selected startup can access to our global partners locating outside Japan. So our program is composed of 3 parts. Main parts, 3-month period of program, as I mentioned. To select participants of this main program, we do multiple selection processes, including a pitch event called local challenges. And then we also select 5 startups normally to provide global startups with opportunity to expand their business outside Japan. So during the 3-month period of time, we first try to understand business model, technology, and what they want to do in Japanese market as much as possible, and start connecting them with Japanese enterprises. And we do not have any consortium at all, so we try to find right enterprises based on startup needs. So our program made possible on the Global Innovation Collaboration Network. We started construction somewhere around 6 years ago. So now we are working with over 950 organizations, including 370 organizations in 34 countries as of September 2023. So among these organizations, we do collaborative business first, and then we signed either MOU or LOI, which we call core partners. So our global innovation core partners consist of totally 10 organizations in 8 countries and places, as shown here. They include Israel Innovation Authority, Axio, Barcelona Activa, Innovation RCA, Invest in Bavaria, Startup Terra Caution, and National Research Council of Canada in public sectors, and CII, NASSCOM in India, and ERA in the New York City in private sectors. And we also work at JETRO very closely. So our network is still expanding. In fact, we visited last month Egypt and Germany and Lithuania to sign MOU. The first example is AASTEC, Arab Academy of Science, Technology, and Maritime Transport Entrepreneurship Center, located Egypt. But this organization covers not only Egypt, but also the MENA region, Middle East and North Africa region, so that we could have a base to expand our activities in Middle East and North Africa. And also we visited Germany, Düsseldorf, to sign MOU with GEC, a Global Entrepreneurship Center, and also Lithuania to sign MOU with Innovation Agency Lithuania. So we added two our core partners in Europe to help startups to expand their business in Europe. So what we try to do is to first construct a two-dimensional collaboration network with our core innovation partners, acting ITL and Kyoto Science City as a hub, and first connect the network with Japanese market or Japanese academia. And in parallel, a startup participated in our program can have a chance to be connected with strategic partners outside Japan, for instance, Canada and other countries, and also have a chance to be invested by investors in New York City. That's the reason why we call this two-dimensional collaboration network. So to achieve this framework, we have two platforms. We take two approach. The first to connect the solution of startups and with issues of Japanese enterprises, hospital, and local governments. And the first one is a solution-initiated approach. The platform of this approach is KGAP+, and the other approach is an issue-driven approach. We have platform Cosine and Cosine Plus for this approach. And we launched a new platform called KGAP Explorer, with which we can deal with R&D seeds and as well as product seeds. So R&D seeds from a research institute, including ATL and the universities, and also product seeds of traditional SMEs, which need to do a kind of pivoting of their products to find a new market. So we have completed batch 1 to 8 in the past 4 years, and now we are finishing batch 9, and we will continue batch 10 in 1.5 months from now on. So totally, we have supported over 200 startups, domestic and overseas, as shown here. So KGAP Plus was started on June 13th, as Maki-san mentioned, and now we are having a demo day to complete batch 9 at the occasion of Kyoto Smart City Expo 2023. So we have accepted totally 23 startups, which I will describe in more detail in later pages. And the special program will be held together with Axio in Barcelona as occasion of Smart City Expo World Congress 2023, and also Global Incubation Network Australia in Vienna. So our program has been, of course, supported by external organizations shown here, which co-host or cooperate our activities. They're composed of 11 co-host organizations of our core partners and other organizations as shown here, and 4 cooperation organizations, including JETRO, Israel Economic Trade Mission in Japan, and the Global Digital Module and Cross-Border Innovations. Thank you very much for your continuous support and cooperation. So as I mentioned, we have selected totally 23 startups from 11 countries, 2 from Japan and 21 from overseas. Unfortunately, a startup coming from Lithuania left in the middle of our program, but that's okay for us. So as I mentioned, we launched a new platform called KGAP Explorer, in which two projects in Japan. One is a Project K, the other one is a Radiant, participating for the first time in the platform. So these startups can be classified into 10 fields of technology, as shown here. Largest percentage, but still just 70% shared with startups in material and smart devices sectors, and together with manufacturing and construction sectors, which is followed by startups in healthcare, medical, and green tech, and energy, and so on, as shown here. So, of course, they contribute to SDGs, which I evaluated. They contribute to 16 SDGs out of 17 SDGs. And they contribute to the total number of 82 goals by all the 22 startups participating, as shown here. And if you sum up the contribution and relate the figures you are usually looking at in proportional to the number of contributions, we can really depict figures like this. Because our startups are mostly deep tech startups, they contribute mostly the second line, namely SDG goal 9 and 11 and 3 and 17 or 13 and so on. And what we found is the contribution of SDGs of our participant startup increasing batch by batch. And in fact, startup contributed the largest number of SDGs ever in batch 9. And on average, each startup can contribute to 3 to 4 SDGs. That is, I think, reflecting social trends of the needs of contribution to SDGs. And we have now a fourth pitching event during the main program of batch 9. But still, we will have another one pitch event at the CTEC. This is a kind of Japanese CES event in October, in the middle of October, in which 5 companies from batch 9 will be participating, either real or virtually. So one of the first achievement of KGAP Plus of batch 9 is matching, of course, with Japanese enterprises. The whole program, which I mean KGAP Plus and KGAP Explorer, 10 matching achieved for 7 startups. But we can expect additional matching because we are now underway to additional 15 potential matching for 8 startups. But if you look only at KGAP Plus, KGAP Explorer, 3 matching achieved for all the 2 projects coming from Japan. Project K and Radiant, and additional 3 potential matching for 1 project are underway. So there, if you look at KGAP Plus, KGAP Explorer, the first trial is really successful. I'm very delighted to know that. So second outcome of KGAP Plus batch 9 is insights, learning on the Japanese market. So we obtained a totally 46 insights on the Japanese market for all the 21 startups participated. And if you compare with the number of insight or number of insights per startups, it was calculated as 46 and 2.2 respectively. It is not a bad number, and it's really delighted to know that also. So we will start batch 10 in 1.5 months, namely on November 28th for about 3 months. And we have already completed 3 local challenges, which I will explain in the next page. And we will have a special program in March next year together with Taiwan organizations. So we have completed already 3 local challenges for batch 10. And the first one is a local challenge Australia, together with Jin. That was carried out on May this year. And when we signed the MOU with GC and Innovation Agency Lithuania, we did 2 local challenges in Düsseldorf, Germany, and Lithuania on September 20th and 21st. So we selected 1 startup from each organizations. So we have already have 3 startups for batch 10. Okay, thank you very much for joining today, and we look forward to hearing from audiences, and good luck for startups. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suzuki-san. All right, so let's move to the pitching section. Yes, so our startups are ready. So to audience, please send your message, feedback, question to Q&A box on the Zoom webinar. You see the Q&A box, and after our startups finish your pitching, I will conduct a question and answer session. Yeah, one by one. All right. So the first company is from Hong Kong, Spaces Limited. But actually, as Suzuki-san mentioned, the demo day is a part of Kyoto Smart City Expo, and Space Limited is exhibition here, Smart City Expo. So actually, the Alex is next to my yeah, now Alex is here, so he's ready. Yeah, so June. Yes, June is the pitching today. All right, so 6 minutes pitching. Ready?
Can I turn on my video?
Yeah.
Start my video?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. So let me share my screen, video clips, and
yeah, the company provide a very advanced AR system.
We start.
Say something.
I'm speaking, yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Hi, let me go to screen. Should I do this in English or English? Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Jun. I am the CEO of Spaces Limited. With me today is my co-founder, Alex, who is by my side. On the pamphlet or the introduction, sometimes it's introduced as sleep technologies, whereas today we want to bring it up 1 level. Spaces Limited is the parent company of sleep technologies. And the name Spaces Limited in Japanese is Kukan Eizo. In that 2 kanji, the Chinese characters, it has operation and creation in it. And today, we have by now created 3 separate modules under the brand name EXPOS, with one of the modules that is particularly fit for tourism development in areas such as Japan. We call that Artifacts. What is Artifact? It's a discovery, gamified travel, with arts and facts being the drivers for exploration. As many people know, Japan is a very, very popular country for tourism, but you actually look at the traffic and the population and the economic distribution, really the top 3 to 4 cities own the majority of all of that income. And in the rural areas, very much less people travel to them, let alone know about them. So how do we help bring economic activities, travelers, to these regions while providing a solution that does not require intensive labor support in order to succeed? With all that challenges, there's actually a lot of opportunities. Trends such as ecotourism and cultural tourism is independently evaluated to be CAGR over 10%, 14 and 16 respectively for the next few years. And in parallel, the market for education, gamified education is a figure of 21% for the next few years. Combining these, we are situating ourselves at the intersection of travel, education, and video game. And by looking at these, not the total sum of these markets, just looking at cultural sustainable tourism in the worldwide market and Japan market, in the Japan educational tourism market, it's still a multi-billion dollars, US dollars, and 375 billion Japanese yen market to address. So how does the product actually work? Imagine a family going traveling. Right now, probably one person does all the planning, the other person follows it, and then the kid is maybe 50% of the time on a device, either watching Disney Channel or playing video games that is not particularly related to the place that they're going to. The devices, the technology has really allowed us to be occupied and entertained, except that when we're traveling, we're really missing the point right now. So how can we turn that great experience of travel to be connected to the local stories, local history, local legends? Imagine this to be Pokemon Go with local legends. We create and craft or collaborate with local writers and scholars to generate a mission that follow the hero's journey. And throughout the game, there will be interactive quests that are designed specifically to be challenging both to adults and kids. And you will be surprised. Some questions are easier for kids than adults. The adults being fixed in mind may not be able to answer them as easily. And at the end of the trip, you get a unique generative artwork as a reward for these games. We have just started this project, and when we first appeared in the Hong Kong Travel Expo, it was a very popular demo experience. We got an average 4.5 rating, even though it's that context has no history. Just by using the hero's journey and the interactive and the artwork, the response was already really positive. Now, the key to that is really the story. So I'll give you some example. When we do let's say we do a mission in Shangwan, we create characters, a robot coming back from the future, now being able to read into artist's work and turn them into characters. That whole game guides people throughout the area and explore graffiti art in the area. And here is a quick preview of how that looks like. For the sake of time, I'm not going to play it to the end, but just to get a gist of it. The second mission that we are exploring is one that is in Shizuoka, where we take the Japanese legend of Hogoromon in Nihon no Matsubara into a discovery game that crosses culture and history. There are other samples, and for the sake of time, I'm gonna jump forward. The next phase that we're going to enter with Artifact is to engage local and international creators who has specific knowledge, domain knowledge, expertise, or creative idea that want to turn it into a game. So, for example, we're currently working with an architect in New York who is specialized in onsen research and turning his research into a series of games. And this architect has no coding experience, no game design experience, but he found that Artifact on the back end where we designed the content management system for this gamification to be extremely easy to use. Combining all of this front end and back end, Artifacts is a system that, comparing to all of the existing offering in the market, to have a unique combination of the features, such as you don't need to download an app. There's already a content management system in behind. You actually can experience it offline, enhanced by the storytelling that the game is providing. And of course, it already comes with multi-language support for both local and international travelers. In terms of technology and creative, we believe, looking at all the competitors, we are very uniquely positioned at this perfect combination of technology and creativity. The business model goes as we engage B2B projects or local governments to do a mission development. And after that, we do a ticket sales, like $2 to $3 per US dollars per gameplay. And as that happens, the game could trigger peripheral rentals like a bicycle rental or car rental or even a restaurant rental. And then finally, there's a maintenance fee to this project after the first year, and there's a SaaS revenue to it. We also have the program of engaging, as I mentioned a couple of times now, other creators such as artists and writers into a profit share scheme to really empower and also enlist more capacity for content development. From this KGAP program, we have now secured 3 leads. All of them our ideal target customer, Himeji City, Kashihara City, and a railway company, Sanyo Electric Railway Company. So all of these, we're having ongoing conversation. Yesterday, we just visited Kashihara City again for the second time. And in the insights that we have gained is to have a non-location specific trial of the features of the game would be important on a physical meeting. So far, we can only explain to people who are not in physical location. So we'll be creating a mobile version of this game for presentation in the meantime. So that said, our offices are in Hong Kong and Japan, and my partner Alex and I are from both technology, architecture, and real estate background. So we're familiar with how, city developments, renovations, buildings, and tourism, all of that combined.
Time is up.
Okay, that said, this is our track record, and this is our company vision is to create a world without borders. All that, thank you so much for your attention. I hope you have some questions for me.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. You got a question. So is the content for inbound tourists, Thai city is a local city or big city? Quick.
Okay, so actually local cities experience more need for creating new content to attract customers, while big cities have more problem with insufficient supply. So the smaller cities are the lower hanging fruit in our opinion.
Okay, the next one, the comment. I think it's important to keep the story interesting.
Absolutely. Actually, before I did architecture, I did film. We have a lot of film theories of how to create good scripts. One of them is the Joseph Campbell Hero's Journey. You can almost use that same framework for all of the successful Disney movies, all of the successful Star Wars series. We use that format to create stories, except that we swap in all of the local history. So it is a well-tested storytelling framework in human history, so to speak.
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, they got the market insight feedback, and they developed their service agile. All right, so their journey is going on, so please support them in the future. All right, Joe, thank you very much. Great. Yeah. All right, so maybe to the next company. Yeah, the next company is from Canada, Nunafab. But I'm sorry, unfortunately, the team is traveling to overseas business trip. So they send the pitching video, so we will be showing the video.
Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Solomon Amuno, and I'm the president of Nunafab Corporation. Today, I'll be presenting our construction innovation on making better cladding and facade panels with laminated ultra high performance concrete. So Nunafab is a Canadian startup company that was established in the year 2020. Our major area of technology expertise is in the field of civil and structural engineering using ultra high performance concrete for advanced building applications. So concrete is the most common material used for facade and cladding applications globally. The global facade and cladding market is valued at almost 300 billion as of 2021, and there's been a great interest from the construction industry for more innovative cladding solutions that are made of high performance materials, low carbon and sustainable materials, and materials that are also able to contribute to less climate change and able to withstand human impact. So Nunafab Corporation has developed a new type of ultra high performance concrete for civil and structural engineering applications. Actually, our UHPC can be used for different building applications, and the UHPC is very innovative because it has smart properties. By smart properties, I mean properties like self-cleaning properties, self-healing properties, and self-repair properties. And our UHPC also can be used to replace cement between 20 to 70%. Our materials can also be used for fabricating both structural and non-structural precast applications, especially like for facade and cladding panels and other precast applications. Our materials are also quartz-free, so therefore they do not pose any potential risk to human health. And one of the things that makes our UHPC also very unique is also the price. Our the pricing of our UHPC is significantly lower than what is currently available in the market, and we offer more superior properties compared to what is currently available in the market. Another aspect of our innovation that I would like to touch upon today is to talk more about the self-healing properties of our ultra high performance concrete UHPC. So the smart properties of our UHPC is enhanced by the hybrid use of bacterial spores and nanomaterials. So for example, in our formulation, we're able to combine the use of bacterial spores and nanomaterials so that when cracks, for example, appear on the concrete, the bacteria around the crack surface will be activated and can precipitate calcium carbonate to heal the crack. So this type of UHPC is really very useful for different kind of structural and civil engineering applications, especially like in regions that are prone to earthquakes and natural disasters. Another of our innovation I would like to talk about is our laminated ultra high performance concrete. The lamination is made possible by using what is referred here as electron beam technology. So by using electron beam technology or EB technology, we're able to deposit or laminate thin films directly on the surface of the ultra high performance concrete to improve the properties and the functionality of the concrete. So for example, we can create additional surface reinforcement on the concrete, and we can also impact or create decorative patterns, and also create multifunctional surface properties like making the concrete to be scratch resistant, weather resistant, and debt resistant. Here I have a sample of one of our UHPC panel that we fabricated and improved using electron beam technology. As you can see here, we've been able to deposit some of these thin films directly on the UHPC. And because of this thin film on the surface of this UHPC, the properties of this concrete is improved. This is not possible using any other kind of conventional technology, but by using E-beam technology, we're able to really improve the functionality of our UHPC. The other aspect I also want to highlight, another innovation I would like to highlight, to you all, is also our technology, referred to as our power generating UHPC, facade. So basically, NunaFab has developed a technology for integrating PV cells into UHPC concrete facade for power generation. So our solar facade can be integrated into the building walls and roof. We are interested in working with interested Japanese firms or companies or construction companies that are interested to test and commercialize this product. So basically, we're able to integrate PV cells into the UHPC, and this is able to generate power that can be used for for buildings. If you take a look at this slide here, I've provided what is more of a comparative analysis between how, on how our product compares with other facade products in the market. As you can see from this table, one of the key advantages of our product is the extended service life and low maintenance cost of our product compared to other products in the market. The service life of some of the main facade materials in the market lasts between 12 to 50 years, whereas for our product, they last between 70 to 100 years. The thin film laminate that goes directly on our UHPC has been proven to be able to last for a minimum of about 16 years. Other advantages of our product includes they are able to withstand climate change impact, natural disasters like earthquakes, and also structural damages because of the high strength and the quality of the product. So the purpose of this presentation is we would love to have an opportunity to work with Japanese companies on different on a proof of concept, on business partnership, joint venture opportunities with Japanese companies for us to test and to commercialize our technology. Over the last 3 months, we've had the opportunity of working with KGAP, and through this experience, we've come to learn a lot of things. Some of the things we've learned in our experience is we've had the opportunity to pitch to several Japanese companies. We've received a lot of feedback that has helped us to refine our technology. And at the same time, we've also received feedback that has helped us to re-strategize our market strategy and also to align our technology to meet the requirements of Japanese companies. And we look forward to the opportunity of working with Japanese companies. We want to assure you that our technology here is novel, it's unique, and has a huge market potential globally. So thank you, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for watching the video. Yes, if you have any comment or message to NunaFab, please send it to Q&A box with your name, because we will check your email address and pass the message to NunaFab, and they will reply to you. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Can I be the building made with NunaFab product? Yeah, of course, NunaFab would like to answer your question. So please give us your name, please. All right, so move to the next company. Next company is also from Canada. Originally it's scheduled happily, but they are not coming yet. So yeah, in the night in Canada. So the next company is Magilite, again from Canada. Yes, so they provide a very advanced spray monitoring platform. Yeah, very interesting. Yes, so Amiriza, yeah, your turn. Please.
Thank you.
Yeah, start your pitching.
Thank you. We're very delighted to be here. My name is Ami Reza. I'm CEO of Magilite, and I'm here to introduce you to our technology. And before we even start, I want to thank everybody at ATR and KGAP because we've learned quite a bit about the Japanese market and how to enter it. And we've had an opportunity to talk to a few customers. And I'm going to just start with a conversation there. But I think the experience has been wonderful for us. So we are transforming. Our aim is to transform the industrial spraying and coatings by using a predictive quality control. So instead of coating or a product and then testing it after, we're trying to do it preemptively, and we use the AI technology plus our sensors to allow for that. And our goal is to improve quality, product quality by monitoring processes rather than final product. We want to improve sustainability and generally reduce the waste that's created when looking at sprays and coatings. Spraying and coatings are a massive industry globally. You find sprays in everything from steel manufacturing all the way to pharmaceutical, aerospace, and so on. It's estimated that it will grow on an average about 8% a year. We are focused primarily at the moment on industrial coatings for metallic parts or other parts and automotive painting. And the reason for that is generally the painting application or the coating application for advanced products like as automobile is generally very costly and it's very inefficient. So typically in an OEM plant, you would have the highest cost associated with operations, and initial startup factory would be in the paint shop because you're dealing with a lot of chemicals, a lot of electricity use, natural gas, and human resources generally. It's also very inefficient because if you look at a spray, usually if you see a video, which you will see a little bit later, a lot of the spray actually doesn't land on the parts, which leads to oversprays and loss of materials. On average, about 30% or 40% of the materials, raw materials, end on the surface. All the solvents used in the paint itself is lost to the environment and has to be either cured or just evaporates in thin air. And a lot of the issues that will generally rise in a production, if you look at quantities, happens in a paint shop typically. Like you would have on a car body, you might have as much as 25% of the car body have some type of defect due to paint that either gets fixed or repainted or ignored. On plastic parts, these are scrapped, and then the numbers are as high as 40%, depending on the type of part. And obviously, this is causing a lot of environmental impact. And our goal is to change the way the industry works. We've looked at the general industrial, the cost of painting in automotive segments, and about most of it comes in the material waste. As you can see, it's about $22 billion a year just in inefficiencies. This is our solution that is next generation of our solution that I'm presenting here. You can see the sensor on the wall attached, and it sits right next to a robot. So what we do is we have an imaging system which takes images of this spray, and periodically the robot will come and gets tested. And before you paint the part, you're able to predict if there's any issues with your batch of paint, or if something happened to the robot nozzle, or if there's environmental aspect, or somebody by mistake made changes to the programming. And we are able to pick all of these things and prevent manufacturing of parts that potentially have defects. Typically what ends up happening is you would have multiple car bodies go through the ovens and so on, and about an hour later you'll find out on the quality assurance side that you have an issue and you have to go and fix all the parts that are in the way. We've done some trials at various locations globally now, and these numbers I'm showing here, these are actually coming from one of our the plants that we've worked with, and the savings that generally is generated is due to downtime saving, general labor savings, defect reduction, and waste reduction. And by scaling this to more looking at the global numbers when it comes to automotive parts, our market share, our market savings could be as close as to $13 billion. The general market size is about $220 billion. That includes all the spraying and coatings that you see, from every piece of small nozzle that's used in agriculture all the way to very advanced system used in pharmaceuticals and aerospace. Our immediate market we're looking for are industrial space that is relevant to automotive, where there's enough robotics and advanced manufacturing, because that's when you can use our systems the best. The advantage of us is that we've been working for for a long time now on sprays, and we have a very in-depth knowledge of how the systems work. Our product is patent pending, and we're one of the first in the market that actually has sensors that are going to be installed in a paint booth. One of the things that I didn't mention is the type of savings we can bring by also optimizing. So one of the things we do generally is also optimize the way the spraying is done. And in some cases, we managed to reduce paint consumption by over 60%. This is my team, myself, Cameron and Farzad, our CEO and CTO and COO. IRAP has been very helpful in the growth of the company. We've been working with few incubators and startup support systems in Canada. That's the end of my presentation. It was great to be part of this group, and we've learned quite a bit about Japan. And we are planning actually to come to Japan and do some work with our new customers in the Q1 of next year. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to help your business expansion to Japanese market. Oh, you got two questions. The first one is, can you handle any type of spray coating process? Are there any distraction on the side of coating equipment?
So depends on the coating, yes. So as long as it's it doesn't matter what type of coating it is, unless it's specific things that are done in some very, very specific applications that are not a spray, we are able to do. So anything that's sprayed would work with our system. It doesn't matter what material it is or what type of nozzle is used. Other methods for coating like tooling and so on, that's not where we can help, but anything that's sprayed, our system can work with. And I missed the second question.
The second question is, are there any restrictions on the size of coating equipment?
Restrictions on our size of a coating equipment. So if you're referring to the size of the spray, no, because we have different sizes of sensor that is fitted for different applications. So we have sprays that are almost a meter apart, a meter in diameter, all the way down to a few centimeters. So we adjust the system depending on the type of application there is.
Wonderful. Another question, can you provide a specific examples and figures on how much efficiency the cost reduction in the shorter time can be achieved in the painting process by adopting modulite?
It really depends on the technology, the application that is being used. If it's, for example, I had some examples that I maybe spoke of. For example, we have a customer that painting plastic parts, and we have saved them on one type of paint about over 60% of the paint consumption. That doesn't include all the savings that comes in from the cleanup or defects detection and so on. And that's just on the optimization side of it. The calculations can get complicated. So what I really welcome is to better understand your application, have a discussion and see if we can bring in savings to your specific application. Every application is unique, and with the combination of our knowledge and the technology, we're able to help. And again, it really depends on the application.
All right, understood. Yeah, so the two audience, if you want to have a conversation with Modulite, please contact us. We are happy to connect you to the company. So, thank you very much. Great presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. The next company is, Sylvia is ready. TradeWorks from Canada again. Yes, TradeWorks is a green tech company, and they provide very future the service needed in the future society. Yeah, Sylvia, please share your screen and show us your great service.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Sylvia Mancini, and I'm the managing partner of TradeWorks Environmental. And along with a diverse team of professionals, we're committed to do what we can to ensure a clean environment for generations to come. So the wastewater and organic waste treatment facilities are responding to a growing number of challenges, from population growth, aging infrastructure, budget constraints, just to name a few, and increasing number of weather events as well. And today's practices aren't sustainable and can't keep pace with the demand for water and land. And so the industry really needs innovative solutions to improve efficiency and performance of treatment systems without adding an additional footprint. So at TradeWorks, we're a certified diverse clean tech solution provider that's headquartered in Ontario, Canada. And we develop and deploy innovative technologies and methods that are designed to optimize the treatment of organic waste and wastewater systems and minimize the negative impacts and footprints of these biological processes. So we combine equipment and analytics using our suite of over 25 microbial formulations that are called the hydroprocess microorganisms that are used to enhance processes without expensive upgrades. And we do this by targeting microbes for specific objectives, such as odor, fat, soils, and grease, energy, and sludge reduction, and we provide process improvement benefits. So we're using biology to improve biology. And not only does this drive performance benefits, but it also saves money. And we do this through our tailored analytics and technical support. And we customize each solution based on the treatment needs and site conditions. And finally, the most important is, why do we do what we do? And it's because we believe that everyone has a responsibility to be good stewards of the planet, and we have a unique opportunity, like I'm doing today, to educate and share solutions and create an awareness for sustainable alternatives. So we have a growing network of distributors and agents to support our municipal and industrial projects, benefiting users in many different markets and applications around the world, including Japan, with the large organization we work with. And we have received recognition and awards with various industries and associations and groups as we support the circular economy with sustainable solutions. So whether we apply our technology in wastewater or organic waste applications, like we have with in Japan with a large composting equipment manufacturer, we can improve operational efficiency using the same footprint, more throughput, less cost, and less waste. And we can also support a wide range of industrial wastewater applications that typically have high strength wastewater and can be hard to treat. And we can do this because at the heart of our technology, our microbial formulations, and what makes them so effective is that our products utilize different metabolic pathways than those found in some conventional systems. And yet they're synergistically working together to improve the process. So for example, instead of treating odor, as is a common approach, with our microbes, we essentially disengage the mechanism of what creates odor, leading to a more optimum solution. So we're focusing on prevention rather than treating a symptom of a problem. So our project concept is to apply microorganisms in a sewer or collection system in a municipality. And conventional methods typically use the collection system for conveyance only, and treatment happens at the end of pipe. When the water enters the treatment plant. However, by applying the product in manholes and lift stations in strategic locations within the collection system prior to the wastewater treatment facility, we can precondition the water. And this approach cleans and maintains the sewer grid, reducing odors and fat, oil, and grease, as mentioned, providing asset protection from corrosion, and reduces the overall cost to treatment, and uses biology and not chemicals to achieve this. So we can also support industrial contributors that discharge into the sewer systems and help them deal with various biological process issues. So overall, compared to other conventional treatment methods and approaches, using our bio-based applications and analytics in wastewater applications, for example, we can save energy and operational costs that can be typically from 20 to 35%. We enhance system performance and capacity, all while reducing the carbon footprint. And each application and results are customized to site conditions and targets to be achieved. And we can then develop the plan and application requirements to achieve the targets for each specific site. So underlying our microbial applications is an analytics-based approach, and we synthesize complex data to help staff make decisions and to refine the applications. And we can also help our clients achieve their sustainable development goals. We enable customers to achieve cost savings, increase the life of their treatment assets that they already have, and minimize their carbon footprint through reductions in energy consumption, chemical usage, and sludge disposal requirements. So typically we're an operational cost and a monthly or quarterly recurring revenue model. And unlike some other bio-based providers, we don't just sell a product, but instead we sell a holistic solution, bundling products analysis with tech support. So we're looking for expanding our local partners in various verticals, a distributor agent who has access to customer leads or other B2B introduction, or has a complementary technology and is looking for a competitive advantage that we can provide. And so here for our accomplishments, though these stats for this program may not look great, we did learn a lot when it comes to our technology in the Japanese market. For example, simply connecting with municipalities and industrial associations does not necessarily equate to immediate business, but rather a better approach may be to target companies directly. So just one example of things we've learned. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. And I encourage anyone who wants to continue the conversation to please reach out to me to connect. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, you got a question there. Maybe you are still getting the market insight from this webinar. So the first question is how long does it take to make the best tablet for the given site?
Okay, so for each project, we look at what is required, and we have a very short cycle to actually get the product to our site. So we can work within less than a month's time of actually acquiring a job site and getting the product made. So it's a very short window.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the next question is that will the selected microorganisms have a negative impact on the surrounding environment?
That's a very good question. Absolutely not. So what we work with, our microorganisms are not genetically modified. They are naturally sourced, naturally found in environments, and so in natural environments. And so we've heavily bound by testing in the biology industry. And so even if we have runoff, there's no negative impacts to the environment because they come from nature. So we're just using the benefits of nature to support wastewater and organic waste treatment. And so there are no negative impacts to the environment if they were to be released into that environment. So yes, completely safe.
Yes. Great question and answer. Yeah, your service will help to solve the social challenges. Yeah, very important the solution there, I believe. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, so the next company is TalkTech from Canada. Yeah, today Weiwei is representing the company. Okay, the TalkTech has a solution for elderly facilities, elderly care houses. Yeah, it's very necessary useful solution for this elderly society in Japan. So we please share your screen. Maybe some trouble. Okay, great.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Weiwei. I'm with TalkTech
Wait,
Technology.
Hi. You just share your everything, your desktop. So please open the presentation slide.
Can you see my screen?
No.
One sec.
So maybe you choose the presentation slide application. Or... Yeah, that's one. Perfect.
Hi everyone, my name is Weiwei. Good morning and good evening. I'm the Partnership and Business Development Director for TalkTech. We are in the business of solving the problem of aging. Talk SleepSense is a non-contact, non-wearable, and non-invasive sleep tracker. A little bit about the company. TalkTech is a digital health tech based in Vancouver, BC, Canada. We build cost-effective smart care products and also cloud-based software solutions that make easy for the circle of care to use technology to monitor the risk level, predict, identify, or alert the need for assistance and care. We work with older adults living at home, also retirement communities, as well as senior care providers in general. Our vision is enabling a future where older adults feel safe, careful, and connected. A little bit about the company and a little bit about the team. Combined, we have over 90 years of combined experience in product development, machine learning, AI, IoT, and big data. Over the years, the company was founded in 2014, and over the years, we have created a selection of products, which includes the home remote care solution, as well as the solution that I'm going to talk about today, which is the Talk SleepSense. And also over the years, we have won multiple awards, including the Age Well National Impact back in 2020, as well as Leading Age California Innovation Showcase, which we just won this year. Right now, we are selling in North America, Australia, China, and UK. And this is a good opportunity for us to also get into the Japan market, as well as know a little bit more about the Japan market. So what Talk SleepSense is? It is a palm-sized sleep tracker which plays underneath the leg of the bed, or if it is a hospital bed, it's placed under the wheel of the bed. And it is a non-contact, non-wearable, non-invasive tracker where we monitor the heart rate, breathing rate, the movement in bed, as well as the sleep patterns. So basically, we are able to provide real-time monitoring for residents who either live on their own or lives in a long-term care facility. One of the biggest challenges right now is the population is aging. We have more and more aging older adults who needs to be taken care of. At the same time, we do not have enough healthcare workers. We're trying to make the care process a lot easier for healthcare workers who help seniors who live on their own or who live in the facilities. So what is SleepSense difference with everybody else in the market? One of the biggest difference we are able to provide is it is not a wearable. For nobody likes to wear anything with them 24/7, especially the most vulnerable. We work with a lot of older adults who has dementia, Alzheimer, as well as Parkinson. If you don't remember to wear, say, a wearable, then the vital sign will not be monitored. But we are able to provide that even it's not without wearing anything, basically. At the same time, we are also working with pressure injury care. Our system are able to send notifications to caregiver when the residence is trying to exit the bed, or when the resident's heart rate or breathing rate is going out of range, as well as when the overall sleeping pattern that can be compared, as well as for a bedridden residents, we're able to send notification to the caregiver so that the caregiver can get notified when it's time for repositioning. The same time, compared with a traditional bed pad alert, we are able to provide a relatively more reliable alerts. Based on our knowledge, like right now, we are the only solution in the market who are able to send the real-time notification for off-bed alerts, giving enough time for the caregiver to go into each individual room to check on the like residents when they need. One of the case study we recently have done, this is a long-term care facility based in BC. They have about 139 beds. Using SleepSense, they've been using SleepSense for a little bit over a year, but this data, it just came out like recently. So basically, use of a SleepSense, they see a 60% reduction of fall. Overall, the staff are able to save about 25% of time, and the total quality of sleep improvement are more than 35%. And for new admissions, the staff are able to understand the new admission to the facility, and we are also able to reduce that time to 80%. Right now, we are able to redirect 1 out of 4 staff to a higher value care task, especially at night when the staff is overall the staff like care is at minimal. Where we are today, so right now we are helping more than 2,000 beds worldwide, and we are deployed in over 60 care homes, and we're also integrated with 8 other systems, as well as we're in more than 6 countries. So we are not, we understand that the whole solution in the senior care space is very fragmented, and we are a true believer that one solution doesn't solve all the problem. So we are looking for co-innovation as well as technical integration with other companies. At the same time, we are also interested in like integrating our sleep monitor into other service package that any Japanese company are interested in. With the KGAP program, what we have learned is, or we had a lot of opportunity to introduce our product to some of the larger organizations in Japan, and we've received quite good feedbacks and also interest from these organizations. But we do need a little bit more time to learn a little bit more about the Japan market, as well as relatively more deeper conversation on how that will take us in the Japan market. That's a little bit about us. And if you have any questions, my name is Weiwei, and here's my contact information.
Thank you very much, Weiwei. Yeah,
Thank you.
Of course, the 3 months is too short to have the strong conversation with the potential partners, but you can keep going on. And then you got the question from audience today. Can your sensor be used on any bed? Any restriction on the materials or construction of the bed?
So right now so far we are able to use in both regular beds, the frame bed, the bed with the leg, as well as hospital beds. So far we have not seen like a challenge of like the type of beds that we have a restriction on. So to answer your question short, like it works with in a variety of beds.
Great. Another type of a question. Is it possible to detect the patient vital data even if there is a free comforter on the bed?
So like how the system work is so imagine that like we're putting the sensor like underneath the bed. So it doesn't matter like what's on bed. What we do care is like if the sensor, like, or I should put it this way. So the sensor is actually a very high precision sensor, and it's very sensitive. So we are monitoring the whole movement in bed. So it doesn't matter like what it is, like whatever bedding that you have like in bed, it will not affect us detecting the movement in bed.
Great. Thank you very much for clear answer. Yeah. That was the TradeWorks environment. And sorry, TalkTech. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, the next company, the last company from Canada, I think so. Yes, previous lady. Yes. Michelle, that's Jordan, I think. Yeah. Okay, you're here. Yeah. The
Hello.
previous lady developed the management system for digital twin. Yeah. Yes, they will tell about more. Okay, your screen is visible, so please start your presentation.
Thank you. Konnichiwa. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here today. 3D3D, we're a Canadian company. We're focusing into the manufacturing space, including automotive and the energy sector. And what we're doing is we're helping companies to do better decision-making and communication using digital twins. So our company has created a unique solution that takes 3D scanning data and creates high-quality solutions to visualize, edit, and manage the virtual space. So it unlocks new level of communication and productivity. How it works is basically taking the 3D point cloud coming from a 3D scanner, which is very hard to visualize, and converts it automatically into a high-quality level of detail system that can be visualized and edited. So you can actually create new factory layouts, for example, and share using our web application. So in my next slide, I have a short video that shows how it works. And basically, as you can see, we have high quality visuals that you can use as a digital twin solution. And all these are 3D models that were created using 3D captured data. And with this, you can actually visualize, communicate, and like I said, you can edit the space to create new design layouts. You can even have a 3D avatar to navigate and explore the space, and other advanced capabilities for a digital twin, including, of course, measuring the space and other capabilities. And so this is a very powerful solution that works in both a web application and on the desktop for the design engineering process. And you can add comments and notes to your assets in their virtual world. And you can also, as you'll see in a few seconds in the video, edit the space. So here we actually are cutting an element out of the environment to do a new design iteration and to visualize how this would work in your factory layout, including moving the equipment out of the facility, which is very challenging often. You can bring CAD elements into the software and use that to do different design layouts. So Preview 3D is really helping manufacturing companies, including automotive companies and other manufacturing companies, to reduce planning errors by having this digital twin that can be used for design engineering and planning different factory layouts and designs. It can help remote collaboration, including removing the need for traveling to a facility because you have a digital copy of your facility thanks to Preview 3D. And because of the high quality visual context of a digital twin created with Preview 3D, it increases productivity as well. Some use cases, like I said, can be used in the food and beverage industry, automotive, transportation, oil and gas, and the manufacturing and industrial sectors. We have here some logos of some of the customers that we have won over the past few years. And some of the use cases include doing pre-design engineering for CapEx project in doing factory relayouts, virtual tours, doing asset management and facility management, IoT integration and monitoring, health and safety procedure, and employee training using a digital twin. So with the KGAP program, again, I want to thank very much KGAP for this amazing opportunity. It was very valuable in helping us with our presentation and organizing the meetings we've had. We had great meetings with potential customers and partners. We believe there are many opportunities in the Japanese market, and we are certainly planning to come to Japan in 2024. So thank you very much for listening to my presentation.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it is very nice to know you are coming to Japan and explore the Japanese market in person. Great. And you got a question from audience. I believe that sharing precious digital twin with a large group of people would require large computing power. I am concerned about the cost. Can you provide your service inexpensively enough?
Excellent question. We actually designed the software to be easy to use and using moderate computer performance. So it does work on a regular laptop and both on the web and our desktop application, and a affordable pricing model. So this really helps making digital twin accessible and usable on regular computers and not requiring expensive investments to do so.
All right, thank you very much. That's all for your comment. Yeah, I mean that's all for you. Yes, thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Merci beaucoup. Yes. Okay, move to Japanese entrepreneurs. So the next company is Radiant from Tokyo. Actually, they originally created the team in Kyoto here. So Project K provided again the solution for elderly society, and they will develop the good device to help the elderly people and handicapped people or anybody maybe in the future. Yeah. Yes, listen and learn about the product. So, Radiant team, you ready? So please share your screen.
Okay.
Yes, it's visible, very beautiful. So please go ahead.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh, the presentation slide are gone. Yes, it's coming
It's
again.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Miyashita from Radiant is unable to attend. I will be presenting this presentation. I will talk about Radiant device. This is an innovative monitoring device designed to create a bright future for each individual. With Radiant, generate business ideas in the health tech sector. We have one Praise Award. We are a team of 4, utilizing our unique skills to advance our mission. Often people around us know our risk better than we do. This is especially true for the spread of horse. Even if others around us recognizing the danger, we might notice and might fall as a result. We believe that this problem can be solved helpmate. I to express the threat of holding. Last year, I fell down the stairs and was hospital. For a while afterward, I used a cane and this device. Also, I stopped using the cane and I thought I was fine. My family and friends were very worried about me. I had severe close calls afterward, and even strangers reached out for help. Uh, we believe that by increasing such situations, the threat can be prevented. We Radiant aim to save as many individuals possible using HelpMate. HelpMate is a portmanteau of help and meet, representing the concept of helping each other. According to a 2016 survey by the Tokyo Fire Department, 80% for the elderly were emergency transport due to force. Fires begins have emerged to prevent the spread of host. Their main focus is to help users avoid obstacles templates, respond afterward, and manage the risk of hovering. Traditional monitoring services were primarily based on mechanical systems sharing location information. However, our Radiant device is a heart connecting device. It enables individuals to be warmly watched over while connecting with others in Site. I will explain the features and target users in order. We want to provide the device not only to users but also to children, pregnant women, and stroller users. We want to create a society where everyone uses our device. The first feature is the dangerous alert function. By raising the melody, we are going up or down stairs. The system allows the user enhancing the safety for many can users to go up or down stairs with the help of others. You might wonder, I guess that raising the melody can really help each other. I will present you a model case. Condenser trash can, the principal Shikakeology. Shikakeology stimulates people's sense of compression of appealing visual and auditory scenes, promoting their attention and action. This trash can detect trash can pick up itself. Uh, it shows a troubled expression in front of the trash, and people who see the help trash can from helpmate. A similar effect to when a melody rings as can users go up or downstairs. Sorry. The second feature is the melatonin function where for is indicated notification automatically sent to register users. This way, if a user stimulates or stares of host, I will out and forth, contact automatically sent regarding the people around them. That feature is a dangerous point log function. By collecting data or places where false states occur currently, we aim to contribute to the creation of a university. Our milestones include the verified useness device through the experiments within fiscal year and also planning apply pensions. Accidentally, we are aimed to provide that device business within a year and start collecting the data in small area. Gradually, we will begin to individual users and start a nationwide expansion within a year. We will continue update needed thereafter. By participating in the KGAP Plus, we successfully merged with one company from the manufacturing in the individual industry. The individuals who matched with us respond with our vision and willing to provide support. Their advice accelerated our department and experimental prevention. significantly improve our experimental device. Besides the matching participating in this program, also provide many insights. We had a various presentation opportunities, received positive feedback, and confident the usefulness of whole vision and this device. Additionally, a device idea. Additionally, we learned that these aspects are important to requesting product manufacturers, and it's important to consider future connections, making the request is a meaningful time for particular application. Currently, device deploying, we plan to conduct experiments within this fiscal year and incorporate various opinions to make it even more perfect. In the future, we plan to conduct experiments and experience sessions for the elderly to verify useness and feasibility for the device. We are looking for individuals and nursing facilities to cooperate in these experiments and trials, and also considering in the introduction of the device. Moreover, we believe the actually exciting features can still be improved. Therefore, we want to contact the experts the technology. If you agree our vision and are willing to cooperate in development and research, please feel free to contact us. We are working hard to achieve these goals and gradually appreciate your support. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for your great presentation. Yeah, the successful example of the our KGAP Plus Explorer as Susan explained. Yes, so you got the two questions. The first question is that how does your device detect dangerous areas, for example, stairs? The locations registered in advance.
So Radiant devices that can have many sensors. So sorry, this sensor it can measure to distance for the stairs. And so we see detector sorry, but today he reacted so no attend, so I can't so clear answer, sorry.
Okay, the next question is that how much do you want to sell it for? How many do you plan to sell? So how much and how many?
It's three 13,000, so 30,000 yen. So it's next year is I mean to acquire approximately 3,000 customers. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
So you will set the exact the price of the device and the price of the service. Yeah, and you will consider how many devices you will sell. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we cannot hear you. So, okay. Anyway, so you are the early stage startup, so please keep developing your service and product. Yeah, keep going on, and if to the audience, if you have any support to them, please feel free to contact us anytime. So that is from the Japan, Tokyo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, no worries. Thank you. Okay, the next company is Project K. Again, in the category of KGAP Plus Explorer. Actually, the Kondo-san is the ATL researcher. We are happy to present the research outcome of the ATL research activities. So, Kondo-san, please prepare your screen. Yes, the Project K developed the very useful solution for the exhibition area or some the construction area or the mountain or agri field or anywhere. I believe in the future. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yes.
So thank you for the introduction. Share my slide. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So let me start my pitch. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Yoshihisa Kondo, ATL Adaptive Communication Research Laboratories. Actually, we are not a startup, and Project K is a project to create a business with our developed technology. Let me give you background information first. The ATL is a kind of research institute where I have been engaged in R&D or wireless networking technologies. The technology we are about to start a business with is one of outcomes of our recent works, and we are confident that our technology is innovative, but it is still a kind of business seed. So we want to make a business out of it, but we need partners to build the business together with us. Okay, our technology we intend to start business with is Wi-Fi based wireless networking technology named Multi Diversity Network. The Wi-Fi is user-friendly system, but performance is not enough, especially for industry use. Our technology enhances the performance of Wi-Fi to industrial quality without losing simplicity of Wi-Fi. The multi-diversity network is designed especially for remote field works. There are high demands for remotization of field work in various industries like forestry, civil engineering, and others, something like that. If operations can be performed remotely, productivity and worker safety are expected to improve a lot. However, in some industries like forestry, a carrier wireless service is often unavailable. Therefore, the businesses need to deploy their own wireless systems, which can cover a broad area for remote operations. Regarding the wireless systems for industrial use, private 5G, so-called local 5G in Japan, attracts a lot of attention due to its high performance nature. However, the deployment cost always going to be an issue. Regarding the local 5G, high-spec hardware is employed because it is based on the carrier infrastructure 5G system. Moreover, to make sure performance, the engineering works such as interference investigations are needed. And also, the paperwork is needed to get permission from the administration to use the spectrum. On the other hand, for Wi-Fi, coordination and paperwork are not required. And it is clear that the Wi-Fi is competitive in terms of the self-deployment and cost. However, for Wi-Fi, the performance is not enough to cover the broad area in industry usage scenario. There are two simple ways to improve the coverage. One is networking, where relays are exploited. And wireless mesh network is an example of the networking. And another way is to increase transmission power. This is very simple and effective, but we need to follow regulations in each country. And in Japan, around 1 watt of high power transmission is allowed if certified operators request permission according to a defined rule. Here's a comparison with other competitors. There are several available products for industry Wi-Fi. This system employs the high power approach, and this system employs the mesh network solution. And this system employs both high power and networking. And however, as the same as this system, our system supports both high power and networking. However, our networking feature is quite different from the traditional bucket relay type data delivery employed by these systems, and the performance can be improved efficiently with our system. Let me explain the difference between the multi-diverse network and the traditional wireless mesh network. In the wireless mesh network, a bucket relay type data delivery is employed. And in this case, if one of link condition becomes very bad, quality of end-to-end communication is degraded a lot. Therefore, the communication range of each link must be kept short for high performance of the end-to-end communication. This makes wireless mesh network inefficient and difficult to be operated by users by themselves. And our system is based on Wi-Fi 2, but our system makes use of multiple wireless diversities efficiently. Our system employs the point-to-multi-point communication, where the error rate is reduced by simultaneous reception using the multiple receivers located on different positions. Moreover, the simultaneous multi-channel transmission improves the transmission latency and robustness against the interference of other systems, and in order to enhance the robustness without causing latency, advanced low latency coding control is employed with our system. With our system, the broad area can be covered efficiently with less number of devices. This makes deployment of the system in the field very easier. Okay, through the KGAP Plus in these 3 months, we have been looking for business partners, and thanks to support of KGAP Plus, we were able to have meetings with 5 companies, and we have started negotiations with 2 companies. We are able to confirm that the wireless communication is still a growing challenge in the digitalization of fieldwork, and there are strong markets for the easy-to-deploy wireless communication solution. I believe that we have made significant progress towards the launching the business through KGAP Plus. Thank you, KGAP Plus. We are grateful to all those involved in the KGAP Plus. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you very much. Yeah, great presentation and great achievement. You got the 2 questions. The first one is, when will this product be launched? What is the price?
Yeah, very good question. Actually, now our stage regarding our status, we have started the POC with the forestry partner, and maybe the next year, end of next year, we may be able to launch the product. Maybe, yeah. And regarding the price, it's very good question. So we need more discussion to define the price. of course, the much lower price than the 5G system.
The audience put a comment to your answer. It's too late. So you
So,
got
yeah,
a
we
very good market reaction. So the market needs your product or service. So please work on the hard.
Yes. So yeah,
Okay.
we need
Then
help.
another question.
Yeah.
Do you have any plan for sales channels?
Actually, regarding sales channel, yeah, we need to develop the sales channel too. So we need many helps to build up the sales channel. So that'd be great if we can get support, to make sales channel.
You got the very important learning. So to commercialize the research outcomes, you need a resource and you need energy and you need the speedy action. Yes, but yes, so you have many things to do. Yeah, so keep going, and we're happy to help you. Okay. Thank you very much. A good question and a good the comment to Project K. So next time, Project K is not project, so it's a startup. So we believe and we are encouraging you. Okay, thank you very much. Yes. The next company is from India. Yeah. Simeon, Dipanja is ready. So thank you for joining us today. So please share your screen and please be ready. So Simeon Technology provide a very the good solution and they have already many big great customers in US and in Japan and then so Panasonic and in Germany Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, great. Yeah, so please share your screen and present your great service in the product.
Thank you so much, Tatsumi-san. And it's a pleasure to be here at the demo day for KGAP Batch 9. So my name is Dipanjan Go, and I am the co-founder and CEO of a startup called Semyog Technology. You may have seen some of these media articles showing electromagnetic interference as a challenge for system level integration. So what happens is that, if you look at a electronic component, for example, going inside a automotive, it might function very well when it is functioning alone in the laboratory, let's say. But when you put it in the car or the system, then in the presence of other equipment and the noise, electromagnetic noise, electronic noise from other equipment, it starts malfunctioning. This problem has become very challenging over the last 5 to 10 years because the number of electronics and electrical components in a system is growing very rapidly, right? So this term electromagnetic interference and also electromagnetic compatibility, same thing. That's what we solve. So we, Semyog, we are an enterprise software company, enterprise computational software company. And we solve this EMC problem through what is called front loading. I will explain in the next slide. So what we want to bring is this paradigm shift in EMC, the way the compliance testing is done today. So on the left-hand side, you will see what is being done today, which is the traditional method, which is primarily a lab testing based method, a physical lab testing based method. And if you look at the design process, you have the concept, then the design, then you come up with a prototype. And at that point of time, you go for EMC certification. And what happens is that there is an iterative loop. Typically, the data suggests that around 50% of the time, the devices are failing in the laboratory the first time around. and it takes around 3-4 iterations to solve the problem. Each iteration takes around 6 months to 12 months to come up with. So therefore, imagine you have a product that's functioning very well, but you cannot sell it to the market because it has not passed TMC compliance. What can we do? Well, our solution is a simulation-based methodology. So same thing, concept, design, but interestingly, inside the design cycle, now you can run this iteration using our tools. And therefore, when you make a prototype, you don't have to go for this iterative cycle. You can pass the first time around and directly go to the market, saving both time to market as well as bill of materials. Why bill of materials? Because if you fix it at the late stage, then you would have to add some components to the design that will add cost to every unit. If you solve it early in the design cycle, you can solve it in the design process without adding any extra components, and that is far better. So we do this through 2 products. One of them is called Compliance Scope, which is for bench level testing or component level testing. Another one which we are developing jointly in collaboration with a large German OEM, automotive OEM, is called Autoscope. That's for full vehicle testing. So how does Compliance Scope work? Well, basically very similar to how you do it in the laboratory. On this picture here, you'll see the laboratory here. That's the physical laboratory, and this is the simulation-based laboratory. And what we have to capture is basically the physics of the system. So we solve Maxwell's equations, circuit equations, and other matrix-based solutions to solve the problem. And how good is the product? Well, it's about how well it matches up with the measurement, right? So you can see here, we are typically around 90% accuracy compared to the measurement data. One use case for this particular product, this is a battery management controller. When the customer started working with us, right, they had this black line that was the emissions from that particular product, and that was failing in compliance testing. And using Compliance Scope, they were able to reduce the emissions to this green line, which then went ahead and passed the compliance testing. So the way we calculate our market size is the value that we bring to the customer. So if you think about 6 months of time to market savings, that's around 10% of your revenue. And that's around $20 billion savings for our customers, from which we want to monetize around 2 billion. Similarly, for the bill of materials, it's around a 10 billion savings for our customers. And this is across all segments: automotive, aerospace, IT communications, industrial, and others. And therefore, that's another 1 billion. So we have a total available market of around $3 billion, out of which we are focusing currently on 100 million sector that's focused on electric vehicles, sensors, and power electronics in particular, right? So why are we able to do it compared to anybody else? The reason lies in our intellectual property that's gone to power these products. One of them is the high performance computing, which means, if you look at today, the computing is primarily, happens in different machines, on the cloud or on different multi-core frameworks. So we have a good parallelization efficiency that helps us solve problems faster. Also, the key algorithms, these are linear scaling algorithms, which means that we can handle larger structures, as is the case for automotive systems or full vehicle testing. And there are several tests. These are some example data that we show with respect to electromagnetic solvers that are available today in the market. So our customers include several semiconductor customers worldwide, tier 1 customers. Out of them, Panasonic, Denso, and Sumitomo are from Japan. Panasonic from Osaka, Denso from Aichi, and Sumitomo from Kyushu. And on the OEM side, we have Mercedes-Benz, Mahindra. And so these are some of the German customers we have. So last year, we had around $1 million in revenue. We are hoping to reach around 10 million in 3 years' time. we are in the process of actually completing our Series A investments. This is Team A, Team Simeo. You can see the guys on the green, these are full-time guys, and the guys on the blue, advisors. So we have around 25 to 30 full-time employees today and around 5 advisors. And within a year, we'll be scaling to around 75 people. Very grateful to be part of KGAP and Batch 9. And so we have had meetings with a couple of Japanese companies, and we are trying to see if we can continue those discussions and finalize the business. We have also gained insights like, the benefits of EMC simulation need to be outlined better, because this is a paradigm shift from what is happening today as opposed to physical lab-based testing. So that was very useful learning for us. And we continue to look for partnerships in Japan, in particular for large companies, large Japanese component suppliers and OEMs. There are a lot of such companies in Japan. We are looking actively for distributors. And of course, in a couple of years, we'll be looking at the Simeo KK option as well. So with that, this is Dipanjan Gop signing off, and thank you, KGAP, for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you very much. We are happy to have you in the KGAP as the 3-month program. And then you got a question. How do you plan to develop the Japan market? Will you increase the number of distributors, or do you have a plan to open a branch in Japan? So strategic, your strategy, please tell us.
Yeah, so currently we are thinking of, we have, I've known a friend in Japan for several years. So trying to have him as the anchor person with several distributors. Right, and and we have right now 2 distributors in Japan. What we are looking at is, once the business matures beyond, sort of some stage, then of course it makes sense for us to have application support as well as R&D in Japan, and I expect that to happen within 2 to 3 years' time.
Yeah, so you need the distributors and partners in Japan, definitely. Right, so to audience, please contact us if you want to have a conversation with Simeo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tatsumi-san.
Okay, so the next company is also from India. So Adubo, diagnostics. Yes, they developed the very innovative solution in the medical field, actually in wound care. So please, and they are exploring Japanese market. So yes, please switch to the full screen.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much to KGAP for this opportunity to present on the final day. I'm Gitanjali, founder of Adivo Diagnostics. Our vision is to enable diagnostics without using any reagents or chemicals. All our solutions are completely non-invasive and can be used at the point of care site. What we have developed is a revolutionary technology that can detect bacteria and fungus just by using their natural fluorescence combined with artificial intelligence. So here is an example of a culture plate with bacteria. Now, using characteristic lights which we have identified, we are able to pick up colonies of bacteria just by shining light. In a similar way, here are 4 images of different bacterial solutions. The 4th last image, just a plain water. You can see the difference in the fluorescence that is being emitted when we use light source which are specific to each of the bacteria. So with this background in mind, we have a number of patents that are granted both in India, Singapore, USA, Europe. The Japan patents are currently pending. And we are in advanced stage of collaboration with number of companies with the IP that we hold as part of the company. And this has immense potential not only in wound care, cosmetology, dermatology, but also in non-medical applications. So the problem we are looking at is into wound care, where currently 600 million incidences of burns, surgical site, and pediatric injury, fungal infections require urgent monitoring, and 70% of these wounds do not heal because of infection or lack of understanding of how much of blood blockage is there, and also understanding whether the wound is progressing through analytics, the wound measurements, and the depth. Because of this, a number of wounds are in advanced stage of amputation because the patients approach the doctor or a trained physician at a very, very last stage of amputation, and huge amount of money is spent in order to train these people. So current method of visual inspection do not give you all these different metrics, which is why the current gold standard method is a standard culture test. While we are not replacing the culture method, which is a gold standard technology, it takes more than 2 to 7 days for a definitive result. Even molecular methods are cumbersome and require a trained manpower or a well-built facility. When it comes to blood flow assessment, again, CT angiography is a gold standard to understand blockage. But again, this requires booking of the room. It's expensive and also require a radiologist to inject a dye and perform the various diagnostic tests. Early referrals and of course having rapid point of care device can prevent 80% of the complications, which is why Edivo has developed Illuminate, which is the first ever comprehensive wound assessment device. We have a mobile application which can do screening at any remote locations, and we also have suite of products which can do all the different parameters which I mentioned and which I'll be talking about. This is a point of care assessment device which is the size of your DSLR camera, and it comes in various variants which can help doctors choose whichever variant they want. And with usage of Illuminate and wound that they currently look visually in this way, immediately they understand how much of infection is there. As you can see in the image, all the fluorescent sites are regions of infections, and also it will give you a color-coded wound map of how much of blood flow is present on the spatial size of the wound. So this is completely a point of care screening tool which can help you assess all these different parameters, and the doctors, a vascular surgeon or a podiatrist or a surgeon, general surgeon, or a plastic surgeon can look at these parameters along with the doctor or along with the patient's history and take appropriate treatment protocols. It's a very novel optical biopsy solution, which is 100 times faster than the gram staining, 92% cheaper, and it also proven to improve wound healing times when you can record all these parameters at a very early stage when the patient approaches the doctor. We give a comprehensive report in under 2 minutes, which can again be shared with the patient. So the device uses multiple light sources, captures, as you can see in the images, multispectral images, and there is a machine learning algorithm which compensates for the background skin color. It can work on any skin tone, and it can classify gram-positive, gram-negative bacteria. It can also tell you the tissue oxygen saturation, which in turn relates to the blood flow. And it can also tell you the depth of the wound, which can be used specifically in burns to assess the depth of the burn wound non-invasively. It is proven with 92% accuracy. We have more than 6+ clinical publications, and we have commercialized currently in India. We are also deploying in India across all the remote location as part of the 5G healthcare use case. And we are the only competitor in the entire world who can perform all these different assessments in a single point of care imaging tool, which is why we were very interested through the KGAP program to see how the Japan market is and what more better we can do when we start promoting it there, including the regulatory clearances. There is a huge opportunity in the wound care space. As you can see, North America and the Asia Pacific has a very high number of hospitals which require such an intervention. And currently, we have 3 joint ventures, one with Kent Imaging, one with the American Wound Care Association, to take it to the Japan market. At the same time, we are exploring non-medical applications with Ceron drugs, which can be used for non-invasive water quality monitoring of these potential pathogens using the same technology. So we are very thankful and wholeheartedly thank the mentors at KGAP. We were able to get a number of insights from medical device trading company infectious department, and also what particular use case makes sense in the Japan market, because not everything that works in India can work in Japan market. So we are humbled by the response we have received. We will actively work on it, and at the same time, with the connects we received, we will be following up with all the companies to make the product better suited for the Japan market. So we have a very well-established team with background in optics, electronics, wound care, sales and marketing, more than 30 plus years, and international advisory board as well. So we thank everyone at KGAP and happy to take any further queries. At Edivo, our mission is to enable diagnostics more accessible even to the poorer people. So thanks again.
Thank you very much. Great presentation. We are very happy to give you the market feedback, because sometimes it's difficult for the medical startups to market in. So first they get the market feedback and the step by step. Yeah, you got the comments and the question. The comment is interesting device. Yes, I agree. And the question is that, do you want to sell the device you are currently producing as it, or are you considering licensing the technology to the Japanese medical device manufacturer?
Sure. So if we have potential interests to license the technology, we are happy to take it up. But if there is no such opportunity, we will of course try to explore ourselves to manufacture and deploy in Japan. But of course, we need a regulatory clearance. So we are interested in licensing as well.
Yeah, very efficient answer. So you got the market feedback and you think about the strategy and keep going. Yeah, thank you very much for the comment and the question to the audience. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, and thanks Alex and Makiko-san for your time.
Yes. Okay. The next company is probably not last company. You know, on the agenda we expect Kaizen from India, but instead of Kaizen, we welcome the Happily, from Canada. Yep, they were late, but they jumped in from the another exhibition site, I believe. Yes, the Happily provide very unique, innovative feedback system, which help the VR and any virtual the environment. Yeah. Listen to the Happily the product and the service. So Happily, please start your presentation.
Thank you, Tatsumi-san, and good morning to everybody. Thank you once again to KGAP. We appreciate the opportunity to be able to talk to you about our company, Happily Robotics. So let me tell you a little bit about what we do. We manufacture a robotic device that is capable of doing two things. Firstly, it is capable of managing robotic control, meaning it can act as a digital twin and control other robots. And it also can provide force feedback control, meaning it can bring a sense of touch or haptics into a spatial environment or into an analog environment. Our technology has been recognized as being cutting edge. You can see here on the screen some of those places that we have been recognized as a bright star, I think, in the technology space. So let me talk to you a little bit about our markets. And you can see here in this slide the picture of the robot itself. It is quite a small device that weighs only 1.5 kilograms. The markets that we are primarily focused on are in Industry 4.0, and I mentioned already robotic control. And in addition, we are also focused on the medtech market, and specifically in the medtech market, we are focused on simulation VR training in medical procedures, where our robot can be integrated into a simulation environment and provide a sense of touch. So it provides a very real experience for those that are training in surgical technology and surgical practices. A little bit further explanation again on the use cases, as I've mentioned already, specifically in robotics and manufacturing. I'll also touch on telerobotics. We have a use case where our robot is capable of controlling a robot over distance. And we have an example whereby we're controlling a robotic arm that's conducting an ultrasound test, which is 500 kilometers away from where we are controlling the device itself. So we can accommodate that and work within issues such as latency, and has a lot of uses here, particularly in Canada when we're dealing with remote communities, and we're able to control and conduct a medical test, such as an ultrasound test from a remote location. Healthcare, again, I just mentioned a healthcare use there, also in the simulation space, as I said, in terms of surgical training, not only surgical training, but also in dental training as well. There's applications. In digital design, our robot can be used to add a three-dimensional effect into the world of digital art. So what does that mean? It means it's capable of conducting a digital sculpting. We've had some interest in Japan from this particular space, where we've been asked to engage in helping create an experience, a VR experience into the museums in various parts of Japan. So again, it's a little bit of an aside, but it's certainly an application. I'll go into a little more detail now onto the two main areas that I have mentioned previously, specifically robotic control, and also in the area of medical training. So in the world of robotic control, we're seeing that, of course, the use of robots are exponentially growing. And indeed, the range of robots, the type of robots, and in Japan in particular, you're very far advanced in terms of the use of cobots, but also in the use of robots that are involved in micro-manufacturing. So very small robots that have payloads of typically less than 4 kilograms. And we're seeing that growth in that space, particularly growing very quickly. There are some challenges in this market, though, especially in the talent available to integrate robots into workflows is not growing fast enough, and it's difficult and expensive and timely for organizations to be able to find the right talent and afford to be able to implement various different robotic solutions. And those solutions, again, can be quite complex by the time you pay for your robot and then you pay for engineering to integrate it. And there's a simpler way that I'll talk about in a moment. We also see that there are many small and medium enterprises that are trying to automate their process. And again, typically that would, some of those, if you like, barriers to entry have meant it's taken too long for them to implement those type of solutions. They don't have, the pockets, they don't have the resources, and they're looking for solutions very quickly. And our robotic control Inverse 3, as it's called, can help expedite all of this. So our value proposition is that we make it much simpler to be able to implement a robotic control solution. the amount of programming that's required is limited. And it also removes things like what we call joystick jogging is not required. So our robot, when it's paired with a host robot, can be very fast to implement, and it can be implemented with people that don't have very advanced technical skills. We also have the ability within our robot to be, we can control the scalability and the movement of the end effector. That means that our robot can actually control and work with submicron type of situations. So we can deal with microfluidity, and what that means is very, very tiny amounts of fluid. We can not only let the robot know that it's actually picking up the fluid, it's moving around the fluid, but we can also create haptic walls that controls, if you like, the workflow environment that the robot is working in. So we do so through very accurate control and also through haptic feedback or a sense of touch. So it basically allows operators to be much more effective in these micro assembly type of situations. And you can take that into worlds that is not, I've talked about micro assembly. For instance, very fine manufacturing in medical devices. We have a use case in Japan where we're working with a manufacturer that's actually assembling pacemakers, for instance, and our robot is controlling the robots that are assembling some of these devices in particular. So again, I did say that our robot allows really fast configuration of tasks, and we can change workflows very, very quickly in a way that we can manage hand path control, and we can allow operators that typically would need engineering help to actually configure a workflow. I'm going to move on now and talk a little bit about the simulation training. So what we have here is our robot, which is it's simulating a surgical tool. This is a training environment, as you can see. The trainee is wearing a VR headset, and they're experiencing an immersive experience with the patient. And by using our device, they will feel and have a very active haptic feedback. So that increases their learning very much. The science will say that when you add haptics or a sense of touch into such an environment, the learning retention increases by as much as 40%, and that's an independent study. So introducing the haptics into this type of simulation training is becoming very prevalent. We work extensively with a number of the leading simulator providers, and we are able to then provide the haptic feedback into their simulation environments. And there are numerous different therapeutic areas that we're working on in this space, including orthopedics, including ENT, and also including spinal type of applications. So I will give you a very brief overview of the comparison. There is very limited competition in this space. Right now, we believe there's 7 different manufacturers worldwide, although the CAGR growth rates in a lot of our markets are 15 to 18%, so it is an attractive market. The basic features and the advantages of our device, as I've mentioned, is it's extremely light, it's extremely portable, it comes along with its own packing case, so it can be walked into a training environment. You can compare the weights of the competition there. Our device is very customizable. So for instance, if I go back to the surgical training, we can basically model several different types of surgical tools for any type of particular procedure. And they can be done and changed in a hot swap situation. So it creates, again, a very real environment. Our workspace is, as you can see, is infinity in two directions. So you can actually have a very broad area of which you are working in with this device. And our resolution, as you can see there, is best in class. So the device itself is extremely accurate in its positional. It is a 6 degree of freedom device, just to add to that. And finally, I'd just like to draw the attention that it is a competitive solution. We pride ourselves on that as we attempt to broaden the applications in the market in comparison to some of the competition. So to give you some feel for what does that mean in terms of competitive, if you pair this, our device with just say a small arm of a robot, we would probably be 20% of that price, just to give you a feel for that. Finally, I would just say in terms of we are here in Canada and we're backed by what our biggest investor that is the BDC, the Business Development Bank of Canada, who basically invested in us in the early part of this year. So we are quite a stable company in that regard, and we're looking forward to continuing our growth with some serious support from our friends. So so with that, I'm just over my 6 minutes. I'm going to stop there. Again, I would like to thank KGAP for all their support through this process, and I'd be delighted to answer any questions that anybody may have at this point. So with that, I'll hand it back to Tatsumi-san. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yes, very great presentation. And yeah, you got the question. Yes, yeah, and interesting device. Yes, I agree. It looks like a very dedicated device and durability long enough. Can it also produce large power in the Turkey?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I can tell you that the device has been rigorously tested. We do robustness testness. It's definitely not very delicate. I will tell you that in terms of what type of forces that the device can measure, it typically can measure up to 10 newtons. So you can work that out. It's basically just over a kilogram. So that gives you a feel for that. Torque, I don't have the number on, but I can tell you that we've had the device in proof of concept testing for over a year, and we've had no issues so far in terms of robustness. So yes, we're very conscious of robustly testing our product.
Yeah, great answer. So please keep going and explore your device and the service in the Japanese market. We are happy to help you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Happy Robotics from Canada. Great.
Have a good day, everybody. And again, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you too. All right. So, well, that's all for session 1. Yes. You know, each of our startups is on the different stage and the different business situation, the early stage to later stage, or in Japan or overseas. Yeah, and the KGAP Plus understand what growth is for each of them, and they have been providing the necessary support for each of them. So yeah, we are very happy to be able to showcase the growth and the achievement and the learning each of the startups had got as a result of our 3 months program. So our startups are graduating KGAP Plus program today. So, but we keep connecting with the startups. So please, yeah, let us know if you want to have a conversation with our startups anytime in the future. Yes, and this is just a session 1. And as I said, this cohort has a large number of startups. So list of startups, I mean, they are ready for session 2. Let's say the 3.5 hours later. It means 3:30 p.m. in Japan. So please take a rest, take a lunch, and come back to this webinar. The startups from the Israel and Europe are waiting for you. Yeah, and this session, session 1, supported by National Research Council Canada, IRAP, Industrial Support Assistance Program, and also from India, the CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, and the NASCOM, National Association of Software and Service Companies. Yeah, thank you very much for your continued support. And also from Japan, JETRO is always support our activities. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm finishing this session 1, and yeah, see you session 2 in this afternoon. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you for joining us today. See you soon. Bye-bye.